Within the paranormal community, supernatural occurrences and the United States National Park Services go hand in hand. However, most outdoorsy horror stories deal with Bigfoot, missing people, or sightings of UFOs. Regular, old-fashioned ghosts fail to make it in the zeitgeist when it comes to the national parks. Still, one would be mistaken if they were to assume that these sites of natural wonder were devoid of ghostly activity. If one were to believe in that sort of thing, that is. The following is a list of 10 different paranormal reports that deal with standard ghosts in the congressionally designated national park system of the United States of America. While some stories deal with phenomena associated with ghosts, such as poltergeist activity or missing time, these 10 entries will reveal strange occurrences that cannot be mistaken for anything other than the spirit of someone sticking around in the afterlife. 1. Indiana of the Dunes. The Indiana Dunes can be found at the southern end of Lake Michigan and were designated as a U.S. national park in 1966. However, folks have been basking in the natural beauty of the dunes since the 1910s. One such dune climber was a woman by the name of Alice Mabel Gray, who found herself so disgruntled with her job in Chicago that she decided to run away to the Indiana wilderness and live off the grid. Some claim that she enjoyed her new natural home so much that she decided to stick around in the afterlife as well. Nicknamed Diana of the Dunes, the ghost of Alice Gray has a reputation for skinny dipping in Lake Michigan. Her spirit is also spotted in various abandoned homes, in which Gray took up residence in her life. One such home was also the location of a crime scene when a body was discovered nearby in 1922. Some link this murder to Alice Gray's unofficial husband, Paul Wilson, a man whose desire to live off the grid may or may not have involved a desire to run from the police. 2. The Grass Lake Ghost at Yosemite. After Yellowstone and Mackinac Island, Yosemite National Park was the third location to be designated a national park in the year 1890. It's often reported to be an absolute hotbed for Sasquatch sightings and UFO reports, but it's also the host of a good old-fashioned haunting. The ghost of a crying little boy can be seen and heard at Yosemite's Grass Lake, and the spirit has been allegedly sighted since the park's creation. Park Ranger Galen Clark heard the ethereal wailing near Grass Lake even as far back as 1910. He even asked local Owanichi tribe members if they'd experienced something similar, and was told the tragic tale of a young First Nations child who drowned in the lake. Yosemite also plays host to a second haunted location, the Yosemite Valley Pioneers Cemetery, where Galen Clark's ghost has actually been spotted on occasion. 3. The Haunted Volcano House. This next haunted locale is found all the way out west in the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaii Volcanoes National Park was registered in 1916, but this particular tale concerns a building that was constructed 50 years earlier. The Volcano House began its life in the early 19th century and was built within the boundaries of the modern-day national park. However, in 1940, a fire destroyed the original building, prompting a new hotel to be built on the property. As is the case of many haunted houses, the new disturbance on the land seemed to have stirred up the spirit of an elderly woman dressed in 1800s attire, roaming the hallways and popping up in various rooms. Some paranormal investigators have also reported the apparition of a dog, with the more folkloric among them hypothesizing that this dog is actually a manifestation of Pel, the Hawaiian goddess of fire. 4. The Horse Ghost of Big Bend. In regards to the continental United States, Big Bend National Park is the furthest from civilization that you can find yourself. Nestled against the Rio Grande River at the bottom of Texas, Big Bend has an infamous reputation for the paranormal that dwarfs Yosemite's, with alien encounters and chupacabra sightings in every nook and cranny. But it is the strange ghost of a mysterious white horse that warrants Big Bend National Park's inclusion on this list. According to the legend, the horse in question was branded with the word murder by some cowboy, potentially as a joke, and may have even died in the process of the branding, according to some interpretations of the legends. Every so often, hikers in Big Bend have reported seeing a horse appear from thin air, marked with the word murder, which is sure to be a completely horrifying sight to those unprepared for it. 5. Charlie Watt at Isle Royale. Located in the northwestern vicinity of Lake Superior, Isle Royale is an island national park belonging to the state of Michigan, and was bestowed the honor in the year 1940. People have called the island home for thousands of years. However, due to the fact that the water between the island and the Canadian province of Ontario is apt to freeze in winter, it allows for easy crossing. As for ghost stories, however, the tale of Charlie Watt is far more recent. In 1845, the copper prospector tried to strike it rich on the island with his wife, Angelique. Both relied on a steady stream of supply ships for food, but were eventually stranded without such a shipment for an entire winter due to harsh weather. Starvation eventually claimed the couple, and to this day, Isle Royale visitors have reported seeing the ghastly apparition of a prospector prowling the wilderness alone. 6. Stephen Bishop at Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave, just northeast of Bowling Green, Kentucky, is a popular, well-visited tourist attraction that was granted national park status in 1941. Over 400 miles, 644 kilometers, of tunnels have been charted, making Mammoth Cave the largest discovered cave structure in the entire world, and there are still countless areas that have yet to be found. Well, before it became a park, however, the cave was a tourist attraction owned by proprietor Dr. John Croghan, who happened to use slave labor to run the tour. One such tour guide was a man named Stephen Bishop. Though he suffered in a life of slavery, he steadily became the man to discover and explore the majority of the Mammoth Cave structure. The date and cause of Bishop's death were lost to history. However, some modern explorers claim to see the historic explorer manifest as a ghost when left alone in the dark cave. Others even claim to see the spirits of an entire black family materialize in the chamber once used as a Methodist church